Welcome to our series on what you didn't know Excel could do. We are motivated to make this series. It's going to be a series of short videos. We'll put out one a week, and we hope that you'll subscribe and just watch these while you're drinking your coffee in the morning to introduce you to things that Excel could do that you didn't even know Excel could do. We work with university people, nonprofits, educators, all sorts of people who we help with their data and information, and we so often find people doing things in ways that take 100 times longer than it would have taken to use Excel, but they didn't know what Excel could do. And we would just make videos on the things that Excel can do, but what we realize is people don't search on those things because they don't know what they don't know. So this series will introduce you to the things that you maybe never even dreamed that Excel could do. And so we hope that you will become a subscriber and just watch these while you're drinking your coffee in the morning or when you've got a few free minutes now and then, just so you know what the possibilities are. We're going to start with data validation. What is it? How do you do it? And how would you use it? So here I'm on the Home tab to begin with. It's probably where it is when you open it up. And we go over here to the Data tab. Click on that. And we are going to put data validation in some cells in column A. So we select the cells, and you'll see what data validation does after we do it. Select where we want that. And in Data Tools, the bottom there is like an equal sign with a check and a no. That is the data validation. So click on that, and it pulls up this menu. Now there's several different ways we can do this. I like to have a list on a different page where I have all my lists. So I choose List, and then for the source, in the box there, you can write a formula, but it's always easier to have Excel write your formulas for you. I click on List, and just go select where I put my list. And see, I put the title of the list, which is county. These are county names. It wrote the formula for me. I could have written it myself, but why do work when somebody will do it for you? And see, now we have a pull-down menu in all of those cells. That's what data validation does. I put the title of the list there so I could put that in the title. And now each of those cells that we had selected originally has all of these county names on the list. And I see I have one of them there 3 times because that's an accident. But so, and see how easy that is? There are many, many uses for this. Now, there were more features on the data validation that you can use. You don't have to, but you can. One of them is you can put the instructions in. So put the title county, and let's put some instructions. Please select the county name. And then we can also put an error message for if somebody goes to type, they can type those county names in, but nothing else can go in those cells. So let's give them an error message. We'll say stop, choose from the list. You can put whatever you want in there. So now when they click, they get the instructions, and that's handy if you're making something to give to a lot of people and you want the instructions to be right there with it. And I try to type in wake, it wasn't on the list, and the error message comes up. So how would you use this? In this example here, we've got a class list, and we're going to have tutors keep track of who they've tutored. Maybe it's for a grant or some reason at the end you're going to need to put together these logs so that you can say who got tutored and how much time they each got tutored. Well, if you let the tutors or the students type in the student names, they're going to get spelled different every time. Sometimes they're going to be first name then last name. So you put a class list and then use data validation so that they can just pull down and select the name of the student. You can add names if students join the class. And then this way, when you go to combine the data in the end, they're all exactly the same. They're all written exactly the same. Anytime you're going to have people keep records and you need the data to combine in the end, data validation makes things so much easier. And here's another use. Let's say you ask them to enter the number of students. And Pamlico, they enter about 5. And then the next county enters 22. The next county enters 69% of them. Well, there's nothing you can do with that data. So what we can do is restrict what they can put in these cells. So select the cells you want to validate, go to data validation, and we are going to restrict this to a whole number between 1, and we happen to know 100 is the top. And now let's give them a message, give them some instructions to enter the number of students. We could say input it in numeric form and give them an error message. And we've got choices on the error message. It could just be a warning instead of actually stopping them from doing it. But in this case, we want to stop them from putting anything except whole numbers in there. Let's see, we can put information only or a warning. And then it'll have different icons. So now, it's not a pull-down menu, but they're restricted by what they can put in there. They try to write about half, it tells them, please enter numeric form. So they need to know half is 22. So once you know about data validation, you'll think of ways to use it. And there are other ways to use it in combination with other formulas that are really powerful, and we will show you those in other videos.